And it could be also down to looks, that more older guys, they have facial hair. Younger guys are just about to have facial hair, or at least at the start. And you can't skip that process. That's why instead of waiting for the younger guys to be the older guys, girls just go for older guys. And the reason why younger girls are going for older guys is because they see guys that are older as mature. Or maybe there might be guys that are, just doing their own thing and they're okay with being by themselves, but because they have more money, they have more freedom to do as they like. Now that's why younger girls seem to go for older guys. When it comes to race, I want to explain it in a way that isn't out of context. But when it comes to race, it's either that people go for partners that are the same race as them, but that's because their family advises them to do that. When it comes to friends, they want you to go for a partner that's good looking, and they don't know your partner as much as you do. So that's why when it comes to looks being subjective, you have to realize that you find this physically attractive in a person, and your friend's going to find something different that's physically attractive, and your friend might think something else is completely attractive. And when it comes to race, you have to remember why families may advise people to go through relationships in the same race. And that's because it's more accepted in like a community. It's more accepted. And plus they will understand your culture more. So you don't really have to explain why you dress a certain way, why you eat certain foods. That's why I think with family members, they just stick with traditions. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because if you do have family members that you want to bring your partner to in a relationship, it's obviously that you bring your partner to see your family for your family's approval. And it's because they're close family members, they either accept your partner or they don't. And I also wanted to add of why looks are subjective is because, for example, if you show them that you like them, but they don't show you that they like you, they may leave you or cheat on you. And that's because there's always someone better looking, there's always someone that's charming. And when it comes to this situation, you have to realize that you are going to be rejected by girls or guys. So if you like someone but they're not able to give back what you show them, they were going to leave you in the first place because they've seen like a better option. And going forward, you have to realize that they were going to cheat on you anyway. The fact that they thought about it before they actually cheated on you, that's why you should be able to accept being rejected. And you can't be mad if someone has a particular type that they like. Because for example, if you were to like someone and you find out in the relationship that they've been with many people that look the same physically, in terms of their body, in terms of their skin, in terms of their height, which is the next point that I'll do very shortly, that you may realize that they go for people at a certain height, they go for people that look physically similar or the same. Yeah, they might have black hair, they might be like 6 foot. And when it comes to looks being subjective, everyone has a different type. That what you find attractive, someone else might not find attractive. And I know some people say that they want personality, but looks do help, because if your partner isn't at least a person that you want to stare at, you won't be with them in like a long time. And when you're with a partner, you have to seriously ask yourself, are you doing everything you can to make the relationship work? Because when it comes to relationships, intention is really important. Okay, what I'll do, before I move on to intention, I'll explain height. So when it comes to height, either you're a guy or girl and you're looking for someone to be with, you may go for someone that's taller than you. And you have to realize that that is what most people do. Not everyone does that, but that's what most people do. And height plays a role in like a relationship, whether someone wants to be with you. Because for me, I'm like 5'7", and the average height for a guy is like 5'10" now. I thought it was 5'5", but I think that's for like girls. And when it comes to relationships, in terms of height, because shorter people, they may get rejected by so many people, including myself, that you have to work so hard on your personality to be more charming. When it comes to taller people, they might not work harder on their personality because they rely on their looks, they rely on their height, and they may attract more people because of their height. And I'm specifically talking about taller guys attracting shorter girls. And my next point now is going to be intention. So for example, you go into a relationship trying to make someone else jealous, that's really bad. And intention is really important, because some people may have good intentions going into a relationship and some people may have bad intentions. And the reason why people are heartbroken is because they don't talk about this stuff early on in the relationship. Some people in a new relationship may be in this new relationship just to make someone else jealous. They may want to go into a new relationship because they want to, they might want to use the new relationship as a distraction from how hard or how busy their life is. It is important that you don't just go for looks, because if you go for looks and you don't include anyone's personality, it really says a lot about your character. Okay, you're more likely to be the person that's to cheat. If you're a person that just goes for looks, you're more likely to have many bad relationships, because you see someone that looks better, that they have a choice as well, that they don't have to be with you. The final thing that I wanted to add in this video, when it comes to people that have relationships that are either the same race or a different race, you have to realize that it depends on how they met each other, because how you meet someone will decide if you be with them or not, because the relationship was naturally built up. And when I mean it depends on how you meet someone, it's because sometimes people just force themselves to meet someone. They might just be pushy, they might just introduce themselves, but it's not the right time. And sometimes people might say that you met them at the right time. But some people might just say, why not get to know me? Why not be with me? And sometimes people might not be in the mood to meeting someone as well. You're adding pressure to someone else to be with you. This is why first impressions matter. First impressions matter because depending how you meet someone will decide if you be with someone. And when it comes to guys, they base it on how a girl looks. And this is why guys go for either older girls or younger girls, depending on how much interest they have in the guy. And when it comes to girls, they go for guys which are a lot older because of their status, because of their finances, and because of their sexual experiences. And girls, they seem to go for guys based on what they hear about them, about how guys present themselves online. And the reason why I'm saying this is because online, guys have more options to meet girls rather than being in person. Because in person, you might meet like 10 girls, but online you may meet like 100. And when it comes to girls going for guys, they might ask their friends about a guy to see what their friends think about them. Us guys, we can't relate to that. So this is why girls go for what they hear, and guys, they go for what they see.